Welcome back. This is Edge Weapons, Transformers Earth Wars Tips. And today, April 30th, 2026, this is a tracked war, Prime League, between My Alliance G1 Asylum and Prime Nemesis. So this is B1, and I've decided to let you in on the scouting process that I have. So it's obviously kind of a front-loaded base, and I say kind of because it's not necessarily all of the defenses up front. As you can see, some of them are back here by the HQ, and the HQ is pretty much, kind of back there. So it's a semi front-loaded base, in my opinion. So I think I'm going to slow walk this, and another name for it is four gunner walk, meaning leading with the gunners and sniping important cores and things like that before I launch the rest of the squad. And the squad is made up mostly of gunners. What I'm going to try and do, I see that Amalgamus and Lage cores are right next to each other. So I'm going to try and snipe both of those cores before I get the entire squad out. Going into the squad room, the 6th slot is my 4 gunner walk team. And in my squad is Blue Streak, Smokescreen, Sunstreaker, Skids. These are my 4 gunners who are gonna lead the battle. I'm gonna launch them along with Wheeljack and Minerva to keep them healed. I'll boost and I'll launch medical antennas from Minerva as well. Once I'm finished sweeping with these gunners and sniping with these gunners, then I'm going to release or launch Nose Cone and Overload to complete the squad. And Megatronus Prime will be released at some point to soak up, the damage. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is launch my 4 gunners. Blue Streak, Smoke, Sunny, and Skids. And the first thing that I want to do is clear the bottom defenses. As you see, I sent some missiles, incendiary missiles from Sunstreaker to slowly burn those defenses away. And as I'm doing that, I'm also sniping important cores like Lage and Amalgamus with Smokescreen. With everybody else, I'm here helping to clear all of the buildings with Skids, doing all of that acid work right there in the middle with all of those defenses near the outpost combiner. And now everything is cleared out of the way. My squad now has a straight beeline path to HQ. The only thing left are outposts, and I have the advantage because they don't have surrounding defenses to protect them. And now I start to clear some of the buildings up north. The outpost combiner is launched, and then I launch my combiner. I have a little tussle here on the side. And I also try to send a seismic wave over to that, what once was that shield generator raider cluster. At this point, I've already won. There's nothing that's gonna stop me. I have plenty of time on the clock, and most of the defenses have been cleared. You know, there's this outpost spot here, and at least it's not Mind Swipe, which could possibly thwart the entire situation here, but that's not the case. And even if it were, I have Overload as an answer to that. Okay, here's B2, and this is another front-loaded base, as you can see. I think that this particular front-loaded base calls for my front-loaded base squad. I think what I'm gonna do is do the normal thing and charge forward with BW Ironhide, followed by Trailbreaker's shield and the rest of my squad behind both of those warriors. Let them soak up a lot of the damage and also launch Overload shield, and then proceed to clear buildings and neutralize outpost spots from that point on. So the squad that I will use for that is this one. Front-loaded base squad, BW Ironhide and Trailbreaker to soak up damage. Trailbreaker also provides shielding, Tasmania Kid to stun outposts and defense, Overload to shield and protect from hacks and damage, Gears to clear buildings, Skids to clear buildings, Wheeljack on boost and healing, Minerva on healing. Megatron is primed later for soaking up damage. Okay, so the first thing that I want to do is lead with BW Ironhide. Gonna smash him right into that shock tower, pop outposts, and create a lot of damage. And then immediately behind is Trailbreaker with his shield. And there goes Overload shield. All the while, there's healing going on from Minerva and Wheeljack. And then Gears and Skids are clearing all of those defenses. So they can't get to me because there's two shields going. And then on top of that, all their surrounding defenses that help them out are being melted away by Gears and Skids' acid attack. But then all the while, I'm also using TK to stun defenses and stun outposts. And that's the way you overtake a front-loaded base, is you protect, you heal, you stun, and you clear in a very short amount of time. Because if you take too long to do all of that, you'll be the one who's overtaken. So basically, you have to use all of your abilities all at once, but in the right order. Make sure your squad is good. Send your warrior out to soak up all of the damage or pop outposts. And here we are closing in on the HQ, and it's a done deal. Okay, so this is B3, and it seems like I need to do a cup sack. What I'm gonna try and do is land cup right in the middle of that binder and those two outposts, and then shoot him, teleport him right to Lage, right up there. Yeah, let's see if that works. This is the squad I'll be using. Cup for the sacrifice, Nose Cone to absorb, Tasmania Kid to stun, Overload to shield from hack and damage, Rust Dust to clear buildings, Skids to clear buildings, Wheeljack to heal and boost, Minerva to heal, and Megatronus Prime to soak up damage. Alright, so we're going to do a cup sack. And we're going to start from the left hand, the bottom left hand corner. Going to do one hop and then another hop right over to that outpost combiner. Smack dab in the middle and put them in slow-mo just in case we got another hop left in us. Pop the center three outposts. Nose Cone to soak up damage from both outposts and defenses.
Concentrate your fire.
Launch the rest of the squad. Overload shield to protect from hack and damage. Now we're gonna start clearing buildings immediately with Rust Dust and Skids. You want to make sure that your squad heads north. Fire and acid are the best elements to unleash on these bases. When you have fire and acid together, the build bots that they have up are a non-issue.
Now, reap the whirlwind.
As you can see, I successfully cleared a path and my squad headed north,
The whirlwind.
and I'm going to give them support with Ruination. I'm going to rush him up there, and then I'm going to release the hollows near the shield generator so that they're doing damage. Send a seismic wave also towards the shield generator, and that's how you support your squad and make sure that they're okay while they're up there. Gonna launch Overload Shield to protect again. Use TK to stun defenses. And with a bunch of disabled defenses left and no outposts, HQ has no chance whatsoever. Okay, so this is B4 of the war, and from the looks of it, I definitely gonna need to do a cup sack. Need to do 2 hops up to the very top of the base. And I don't know if you can see where this intersection is. It's right below that MDS, that first MDS, where I'm gonna land Cup. And then hopefully I can put Cup in slow motion and come down here and pop both of these outposts. So let's see if I'll be able to do that. This is the team I'll be using. My sack team. Cup on sacrifice, nose cone to absorb, Tasmania Kid to stun, overload to shield from hacks and damage, rust dust to clear buildings, skids to clear buildings, wheeljack to boost and heal, and Minerva to heal, Megatronus Prime to soak up damage. Probably going to take Omega Supreme with me on this one. Okay, another Cup sack on the way, also from the left-hand corner, bottom left-hand corner. Hop 1 and then hop 2 over to those outposts and Biner up north. Put them in slow-mo so that we can hop back to the center and pop the 2 center outpost bots. Vector took him back to the launch pad. And there he's doing a little bit of damage and sacrifices himself. We launched Nose Cone to absorb.
Concentrate your fire.
Then the rest of the squad behind him. Shield from overload and path with skids and rust dust. I want to get all of the buildings on that side cleared away so that the bots will most likely not go towards the center and go through all that drama in order to get up north where they need to be. Help with the Titan. And everything is cleared. There's no building in sight. At this point, we're just fighting off the remaining outpost bots. Now my squad immediately heads north because of the great pathing job that I did. And TK stuns the defenses that are an immediate threat, while Skids clears with his acid, and then I'm going to support with Omega Supreme. Sending this tornado, electric storm tornado, and then using those laser beams, or whatever you call them, to clear defenses. Then I'm going to send Omega further into action, and then he dies. And then we launch another shield from overload. Use rust dust to help clear. It's a done deal at this point. Nothing is gonna stop me. Okay, this is B5 of the war, and so far I have a perfect score of 200. If I get this base on first try, it'll be a perfect score of 300. This looks like a cup sack situation, being that the outpost binder is back there with all of those outposts. So it seems like I'll just need to do 2 hops right there, smack dab on the outpost binder. Again, we'll be using the same squad from the last base, B4, which is the sack squad. And now we have our third cup sack on B5. Another left-hand corner launch. We're gonna hop right over to the side and then hop right over to the outpost combiner and put him in slow-mo so that we could possibly pop the center outposts. We made it to the center and successfully popped all outposts.
Now, reap the whirlwind.
It's always the same attack with cup sacks. I put nose cone out there to soak up all of the damage from the outposts and the defenses, and then I get my squad right behind him. Overload shield, and then we clear immediately with skids and rust dust once they have their ability points available. As you can see, there was a little swipe by TK. That's probably to just stun the outposts and some of the remaining defenses. And now the clearing has really gone into motion, and you can see all of the buildings disappearing. My squad is heading up north, a sign of success. Doing some more clearing in the center. Now I launch Omega Supreme for support. And I didn't get the binder somehow. Maybe hopped over from slow-mo a little too soon. But that's okay. Omega Supreme is facing off with the Decepticon equivalent of Computron. And once I'm through tussling with him, I go up north and smash a little bit up there. Squad still heading north, that's a good sign. Gonna clear a little bit with rust dust. All the while healing, all the while stunning and protecting with shields. With that shield generator cluster up north, TK did a good job of clearing that out. I think I did both an alpha and omega swipe up north to take care of all of that. With the shield down, it's all a done deal.